I'd be stealing from this jar to pay for this, but... Welcome to Twin Talks. I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nikki.
And today we're going to tell you how we lived when we first moved out and how we lived on a very tight budget.
Truth be told, like I was married, but things were different because I didn't have a proper job. Like I was really just working here, there, and everywhere while I was going to school. Not everything was as expensive. I'd be inviting people to my house. We'd just do maybe not the big dinners, but that would be my entertainment, make tea and cookies. One thing that I would say though, make sure that the basic ones, you know, like your mortgage or your rent or whatever, that has to be etched out and paid. So every couple of weeks I would save that money and make sure that that's there, so at least I have a roof over my head, because I knew I had Nad to help me if I was in trouble. Go ahead.
When I moved out, I was paying off my student loans and I put a little bit of money toward the furniture. I'm going to pay off my loan and then I'm going to save some money to furnish my apartment that I hadn't got yet. And I moved out. Months later, I walked into work and I got laid off with a whole bunch of people and I didn't expect it. So I was like, oh my God, I got this commitment now. And so what I ended up doing was I said, okay, I will put money aside. So I bought everything in bulk and I would freeze it. I would put it up into parts and freeze. I also, believe it or not, even though I was broke, I used to like to get my nails done. I had to go out and get my own. No, it's true.
You can't do your nails when you have no money.
Yes, I did.
You can buy it.
I bought the nail polish and I did it myself. All the stuff that I would pay someone to do, I just did it myself, like doing my nails, doing my eyebrows, all that stuff, because I didn't have any options. And for me, budgeting has never been that easy. The best thing I did was I put money away a little bit. Even if it's $25 every 2 weeks, I would do that. It's not easy though.
It isn't easy, and in the culture right now it's really part of socializing, is going out a lot. Well, that stuff's expensive when you don't really have it. And you prioritize your fitness and your health, going for walks and things that aren't gonna cost money but will make you feel better.
My entertainment was the stuff that I could do for free. Like I love fitness, I'd go out on a run, or I would go and skate on the canal, or I would do things like that.
Let's say you have a lot of student loan or loan of some capacity. Maybe you've run up your visa or whatever. The one thing, if you're working, you're always going a little bit above those minimum payments. Always. So if it's a 10, don't use it. But let's say you're already there, you've already blown your credit card. You have to go above it. So if let's say it's $200 and if you don't have $200, it might as well be $2 million. You don't have it. So if the minimum payment is, let's say $20, then you gotta put 40. You gotta put a little bit and you budget that away. You might be working 3 jobs if you need to, but you take what you need to do.
Don't do anything credit. If you're in a lot of debt, then you just try and work within your cash budget, because the interest will eat you up even more.
It's cash. We need to go a little old school. When we were kids, we needed to literally stand in line to withdraw. So when we had a job, you'd go, okay, I need this, and I get paid, and I'm gonna take out this amount of money to meet these goals. What was good about it is that you would say, I need $200, right? And maybe I made $400 for the week. So I take $200 out and it goes in cash. For me, my mom told us, put them in jars. This is what needs to happen. This is for yourself. And I go out there and I use cash because I see it leave my hands. The problem now is everyone's tap, and I'm queen of it too. And I'm spending, like I can spend $100 easily, just pink, and then I'm like, oh my God. You need to be mindful of where that's going. For the first bit, if you're in debt, cash only.
That's how you dig yourself out, cash only. And so I had like 3 jobs. I had to find 3 jobs that I didn't want to do, and that's how I lived. And sometimes those jars, my mom sent jars. I'd be stealing from this jar to pay for this, but this is the way it goes.
So what do you mean jars, Natty? Explain to them. What does jars mean?
So you have jars for each thing. So you have your rent, that's the must, that it has to be paid, so the money has to be in that jar. But then I had wants, that's stuff that I wanted to do, but I didn't have the money for. So I put a little bit of money, let's say $20 goes into the want jar and $200 goes into the rent for the first half of the month.
Okay.
Right? That's what I would do in order to pull myself out of debt.
The one thing that I would say too is if you're really stuck, like you really have let it go, write things down. Every time you spend a dollar, write it down for a week or two. Then at least you know where the money is going and where to cut. So if you're always spending at the coffee shop, maybe that needs to go because that will be your utility bill or something.
That's right. That's what I would have to do.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was vain. I still am.
Once you're cooking, if you're making, let's say, spaghetti sauce, you make a
Freeze it.
big bunch, take the amount that you need for these few days and freeze the rest.
Those are some tips to help you get through until you can see the light.
If you like us, comment below.
And make sure you click like.
Yes.
All right.
All right. See you next time on Twin Talks. I did it again.